Okay, and I'm live. Now, just to be sure. Okay, something. Here we go. Yeah, I'm live on the YouTube end now. Let's see if I could. This still lets me do the Chillstream music like I used to. I did this with a few other people. Yeah. Yeah. Good evening, YouTube, and welcome back to the Tim Hayes YouTube channel, and welcome back to the Chill Streams. Used to do these with Monkey Boy, but then he went on to other things, so I decided to bring these back. Whether or not anyone will join me, that's up to them. But this was one of those last minute things I decided to do just for fun. I did a little bit of advertising at the last minute, so if anyone wants to join me, I will be giving a link out, but I'm only going to be doing it with other YouTube content creators, friends, but basically mainly people I know. There will be toys. Well, so far just my toys being shown off and my physical media. Again, if somebody wants to join me and show off their collection of toys and or physical media, I'll be giving out a link to StreamYard later on during the chill stream. I have a birthday on Tuesday the 30th. I will turn the big 49, even though I don't have that many gray hairs. I don't know. Most of my gray hair is here. I don't think the rest of it shows up as well on webcam. And for anybody that's watched my recent Star Wars action figure video, I have Jabba the Hutt out. Of course, I have fewer figures out. The opening up that R2D2 during this chill stream. Yeah, this is probably going to go back into my bedroom after I finish up the chill stream. And deleted scenes, you kind of started this with that night driving theme when you did your chill streams. That became like the theme song to your chill live streams. It became theme song to mine, and I would do them pretty regularly. Oh, Boba Hicks is in the chat. Yeah, good morning, Boba Hicks. I forget, Boba Hicks, are you in Scotland or are you in Ireland? You're Irish, right? Well, thanks for coming by the chat. Okay. So you have any plans for this weekend? Yeah. Okay. Yeah, so far I got one person in my chat room on YouTube, Boba Hicks, toy collector who is in Ireland. So, Boba Hicks, do you have any plans this weekend? Oh, you're in the middle of a heat wave, so just planning on staying cool and hydrated. Okay. So, would you like to join me on the live stream panel? I can private message you a, a link to it if you want to join me on camera. Okay, well, now that I'm live, I'm just going to remind people that I'm live. I'm live now. Oh, okay. I was about to ask you that. I wasn't sure if you had a job to go to because you said it was a heat wave. So I wasn't sure if you were able to work in the when the heat wave is going on. But thank you for stopping by the chat anyway. And just reminded people that I'm live now. Posted that on YouTube, or not YouTube, Facebook, and on X, Twitter. So let's see. I haven't heard from anybody. No, Tom Connors liked my thing. What time is it, Boba Hicks? It is 11:08 p.m. Pacific time. I'm in Northern California, so it's 11:08 p.m. at night on a Thursday night. Yeah, usually just about everybody live streams on Thursday or Friday night. Yeah, so I reminded some people on X, Twitter, and Facebook that I'm live. Okay, so it's Friday morning already in Ireland. Yeah, it's about guess that's about 8 hours apart. Oh, hi, lovely Sherry. It's 2:08 a.m. in New York. Dang, I didn't know that. Didn't know you were in that part of the country. And I've got clothes in the dryer right now, so those might be done soon, but I'm just going to be live streaming for a while, just for fun. Yeah, and I don't think this will let me Yeah, this doesn't really seem to let me post chat room text anymore like it used to, as far as I could tell, unless I'm missing something. I'm seeing what we have here in StreamYard. It doesn't look like it's going to let me post any. Yeah, let me see. Okay. Okay, Boba Hicks says morning. I asked him where he was. He lives in Ireland. And he said, we are in the middle of a heat wave, so I'm just planning on staying cool and hydrated. And I asked him what he was doing, if he could join me, but he said he's just getting ready for work. No live streaming for me today. And the lovely Sherry says hello. And Boba Hicks asked me earlier what time it is where I am. I told him it's 11. It's after 11 p.m. here in California on the West Coast. And lovely Sherry said it's 2:08 a.m. in New York. While for Boba Hicks in Ireland, it is 7:08 a.m. Friday morning here. It's still Thursday night here in Northern California. Yeah, I don't know if anybody else will be coming by here. This was just a last minute thing I decided to do. Uh, Tom's probably doing Midnight's Edge in the morning tomorrow morning. Of course, it's not morning. It won't be morning when he does it because he's in Wisconsin. So it's always morning for those of us in California. Looking on the YouTube app on my phone, and I just saw something from Drunk 3PO. I think that's him. That's him that posted a short saying Supergirl stinks, and that's no surprise to me. Let's see here. So far, looks like it's just going to be myself, unless anybody else is able to join me on camera. I can send you a link in a private message. Yeah, it looks like Michael French might be online, but he's always busy. There goes my dryer again. Don't know if you heard that. Let's see. Tony, Jason, Ricky, Andrew, Donnie, Ted, Kier, Nick, just seeing which of my Facebook friends are online right now. So, just quiet, boring Thursday night. Other is in bed sleeping. And so far, I'm just solo. So, and anybody that wants to join me on webcam, if you're somebody I know on YouTube, I can private message you the link to StreamYard. If you'd like to join me on the live stream panel, this being a chill stream, fun stream. Yeah. Nothing really I want to talk about seeing on X, Twitter right now. I'm not comfortable really talking about anything on there. So, yeah, it doesn't look like anybody else is around. I would have done this earlier, but just everybody is live streaming almost every night, it seems like. So, let's see what else is going on tonight. Yeah, Comics Division finished up the Thursday night Throwdown live stream. And I don't know if Price of Reason's still going. Just needed a drink. Yeah, it looks like just here by myself, so I don't know how long I'll be staying because so far not having anybody able to join me. Okay, and it sounds like I just got a private message. Oh no, it's email. Just something from Rumble. So it was just a, I guess that's repeat midnight such in the morning from Wednesday. It's up on Rumble. And nothing else going on. So okay. So since it's just me, I'll be opening up this R2D2 on camera. do not make these Star Wars action figures like they used to. Dig out this action figure stand. Surprised it just says Star Wars, it doesn't say Return of the Jedi. An action figure stand. And that comes off of R2D2, the little thing with the drinks, with the drink dispenser thing. I don't know if that comes off the top of his head or not. Oh, shoot. He's got third leg. Oh, man. Yeah, I don't know if... Yeah, let's see. Yeah. Let's put his third leg back in. Yeah, this thing does not stay on him that well. Let's see. So Friday morning already in Ireland and in New York. And this drink thing that goes on over R2D2 is just really rubbery. Okay. Yeah, I took Bosk and Yak Face out of there. So I've got the 4 Palace Denizens, Bib Fortuna, Boba Fett, Slave Leia, Salacious, C-3PO, got Bib and Jabba, and then Sail Barge, Bartender R2D2. Attached drink dispenser is shown. Okay, did that. Let's see. During a daring mission to rescue Han Solo from Jabba the Hutt, R2D2 and C-3PO were sent to the Hutt's palace on Tatooine, where they became the grisly crime lord's property. R2 served as a waiter, distributing drinks aboard Jabba's sail barge. Little did any of the criminal dregs suspect that the droid carried in him Luke Skywalker's lightsaber, which he launched to the unarmed Jedi, who went on to rescue himself and his friends. I think I read that once before in a pre-recorded video, but yeah, not much to do since it's just me here. Yeah, I don't have anyone else. Yeah, I don't think anybody else is in the chat. It was Boba Hicks, who's having to go to work, and lovely Sherry stopped by the chat earlier. So probably be here a little while longer. I wonder what else is going on. Yeah, it doesn't seem to be much else going on tonight. I let people know I'm doing a chill stream, but it's late, and this was just a last minute thing. Oh, says two people are watching, so I don't know if maybe Bubba Hicks is still there or if lovely Sherry's still there. So anybody lurking out there? Be somebody I know? Greg, Tom? It looks like Chris Miwa liked one of my photos. I don't know if it was the one I just posted. Yeah, it was the one I just posted, so I don't know if he's. Yeah, I don't know if Chris is lurking. I'm going to see what else is going on YouTube. Yeah, it looks like DJ Ronnie is still. He's still doing a live stream. The Monday show on Thursday, and yeah, it looks like Price of Reason still going live with Professor R2 and Mark D with AC. It looks like they're talking about that new Supergirl movie, which I heard sucks. Yeah. So, anybody else out there in chat? Shoot, I didn't want that. No, 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 no. I just wanted to see. Yeah, it looks like it's just me in chat, but I thought I saw one other person. Somebody's lurking. Anybody else out there? Yeah, I'm looking around, see if I don't see anybody else in the chat room. I guess I have somebody lurking in the YouTube chat, unless it somehow it's showing me is watching it twice for some strange reason. It's really weird. Again, if anybody wants to and is able to join me on camera, wants to join the panel, private message me on Instagram, Twitter, or Facebook. Let's see. Okay. I don't know who these people are on Instagram, so I'm not accepting a message from that person. Yeah, I got some message requests on Instagram, but it's always from people that I don't really know. Seems like when I get message requests. Yeah. So here we are, late night Thursday night, 11:32 p.m., Modesto, California. I'm here all by myself on camera, live streaming. Where is. Yeah, I cannot get back to Twitter as easily. It's not showing up. Not getting a shortcut to Twitter. There, here we go. Yeah, don't have anybody else showing up in the chat room. Okay. So, what's in anybody else? Nobody else is here, I don't think. Now it's showing somebody else is watching besides me. I don't know if it's somehow counting me twice. So I don't see anybody else in the chat room. It's just Boba Hicks and the lovely Sherry. Oh, man. So, well, that costs money, so I can't do that. And there's nobody else in chat room. It's just two people watching, but I just see Boba Hicks and the lovely Sherry's chat text from earlier. Man. This is TJ's. Okay. This is TJ's. Yeah, this is TJ's is in the chat now, and somebody in Liverpool. It looks like this person doesn't look like this person's done much. Or wait a minute. Yeah, it looks like they've posted some videos. No, I can't see your old toys, and that's somebody I don't want that person I don't want that person here anymore. I'm sorry. I don't talk to that person. I'm not trying to be rude or anything, but that's somebody I don't talk to anymore, and I don't want that person here. If I can't see that person, I have that person blocked, and I do not want them here. Sorry. And hello, Jibber Jabber action figure. Yes, I have that person blocked, and it's something personal that I do not want to get into. So, yeah, I already said I can't see that person. Yeah, and I already said I have that person blocked. That person is not welcome here anymore. Yeah, that's fine, but yeah, Jibber Jabber action figure. I had to go open up I have to check in another window to see the chat room text because I'm on StreamYard. So, yeah, that's fine. So, anything new with you collecting Jibber Jabber action figure? Yeah, I see them now. But Jibber Jabber action figure, are you still collecting Star Wars action figures? Or am I getting you mixed up with somebody else? Okay, good night, Jibber Jabber action figure. Thanks for stopping by. Yeah, I'm seeing them now. StreamYard's made a lot of changes. I wasn't sure if they were still going to let me show YouTube chat text on here or not. Yeah, it's something personal I don't want to get into. And plus, your old toys, I think, is a little kid, and I don't feel comfortable having underage children in my chat unless they are accompanied by an adult. Sorry. And I appreciate that. This is TJ's. Okay. Yo, what are we doing? Well, it's just a fun little chill stream, but you're not showing up YouTube chat. Okay, that is really weird. Yeah, I know that person was here, but that's somebody I don't talk to anymore. Okay, well, I'm sorry to hear that. Okay. I don't know who some of these people are in chat room, and a couple people showing up that I don't talk to anymore. Yeah, yeah, I don't want any drama. Yeah, I do not. Yeah, there's just some people, I don't know why they're showing up in the chat. These are people I've have blocked, and their names are still showing up in the chat. And then one person showing up in the chat, I don't even have a clue as to who that person is, but I don't appreciate them trying to tell me something about so and so. Yeah, I'm probably not going to stream much longer. I was just doing this for fun, last minute thing, and had a few people show up in chat that I am willing to talk to, but then there are two people showing up that I've banned, and I banned them for good reason. Well, one of them more for good reason than the other. The other person that was just had a bad attitude with me a while back, and then there's another person that shows up that I don't even know. Uh, well, it's a long story. This is TJ's. When I was a kid, that was mainly the one toy line I collected as a kid until Kenner stopped it. But then as I got older, I moved on to physical media like VHS tapes, and then we get DVDs, Blu-rays, and 4Ks. So I had been collecting physical media for a while. It was just something, but when I could go back to Star Wars toys, it was just something else to do other than collect physical media. Yeah, I don't own a 4K TV or player, but it's just something else. It's just something else to collect. Show some. This is one movie, 60s horror movie from Italy, dubbed in English, Island of the Doomed. It's also called Man Eater of Hydra. Shown on Elvira's movie Macabre back in the 80s, this Man Eater of Hydra. This is the original English dub print that was shown in movie theaters and drive-ins. Looks like, this one. Yep. Oh, it's not Italian. It's a Spanish. So it's either Spanish with English subs or just an English dub. And then since I liked Indiana Jones, I had to get some little B grade ripoffs of Raiders of the Lost Ark and Indiana Jones, like the Ark of the Sun God and the Hunters of the Golden Cobra. So, and show some vintage Kenner figures. Well, let me see what I've got. Vintage Kenner Star Wars Stormtroopers. Cassandra says hello from the Philippines. Well, hello, Cassandra, who's from the Philippines. Yeah, and one thing after Star Wars wasn't as big when I got older, to be like around 11 or 12 years old, I got into the old Universal classics. Uh, you know what? I still have some from my childhood, but not a whole lot. These were just two I bought off the eBay. Rarest figure. Well, one that would probably be the rarest figure I own would be the Anakin Skywalker figure that you had to mail away for. But by then I was kind of burnt out on collecting new Star Wars figures since it took forever to get just to get the Emperor figure in the mail. Yeah, I don't. I think my Anakin Skywalker's. I don't think I've got him in the living room. He's hidden somewhere in my bedroom. But when I got older, I got into more into horror and other sci-fi. So then Super 7 made these 3.75-inch Universal Classic monsters done in the style of like the Kenner Star Wars figures. So I got Frankenstein and Frankenstein's monster and his bride. And I've got Creature from the Black Lagoon in my bedroom, along with the Metaluna mutant from the 50s sci-fi thriller The Silent Earth. And this guy is probably one of my more rare Star Wars figures, 8D8 from Return of the Jedi. Yep, you could say he was, but for me, if I had actually gone through and mail ordered that figure, that would have been an eternity for a young kid. Because I had to wait an eternity to get the Emperor. And I can only live stream in 720p since StreamYard does charge you if you want to live stream in 1080p. You're welcome. But I've always had other interests than Star Wars. I like Battlestar Galactica, so I had to get the Imperious leader from the original Battlestar Galactica TV show. I don't know if the Stormtroopers are really as rare as you would think. Bot trolling. My siblings had those figures. 8D8 was one figure we didn't have in our household when I was a kid. It's not that exciting with the action figure. Just all pink with this little, don't know if these are claws or paw hands or what these are. One of the better Disney movies during the 80s, I think, is Tron. So I've got vintage Tron action figure. Okay, oh well. I'm not going to pick him up, set him up straight on the shelf right now. So put that guy down. Which line, Tron? Yeah, Tron wasn't much of an action figure line. I think they just had 4 or 5 action figures, and that was it, plus the little cycle cars. And Battlestar Galactica was another line that didn't last long since, yeah, Tron, I think, was one of those Disney movies that was a bomb, but it became more of a cult classic. And Battlestar Galactica was only on for one season. And one movie I was happy to get a Blu ray of in recent years, Fire in the Sky, based on a logger, Travis Walton, who got supposedly got abducted by aliens. Yeah, I remember my dad rented this on VHS when this movie came out. This movie was a little bit scary. Yeah, yeah, there was Star Wars, and then there were some Italian flicks that ripped it off, like Star Odyssey and Star Crash. Yeah, Star Crash, I think, is one of the better Star Wars ripoffs. Stars Caroline Munro, who was in some of the Hammer horror movies. Dracula AD 1972, Captain Kronos Vampire Hunter, and Golden Voyage of Sinbad. Yeah, it's not going to be something for everybody. It's it's kind of weird. It The movies weren't really, even though George Lucas has said that they were kids films, they weren't so much children's content. The toys were for kids back in the 70s and 80s, but the movies themselves, those were violent enough that they weren't really kids' movies. Except for maybe Return of the Jedi and Episode 1 Phantom Menace were more kids' movies. Couple other movies I collected on Blu-ray. Oh, you got a bunch of Nutcrackers here. I remember my mom got a Nutcracker once to go with our Christmas decorations, and I don't think we had any nuts that were the right size to fit in it. So one time I stuck a piece of Trick cereal in there, and I just broke it up into a billion pieces. Yeah. These couple other movies I got on Blu-ray: Conquest of Space and I Married a Monster from Outer Space, both from 50s. And I've seen I Married a Monster from Outer Space, but Conquest of Space I still need to watch. Okay, so do you make your own like nutcrackers? Okay, so do you have to paint them yourself then, or are you able to buy them already painted? Oh, you're doing a samurai at the moment? Stupid webcam fell over. Hate this. I guess that's what I get for standing on top of a box that's got a bunch of papers that aren't really leveled out. Okay, you paint and sew the costumes. Got that. But you're making a samurai nutcracker at the moment. Okay. So that heat wave that Boba Hicks was telling me about in Scotland, I guess in England they're having a heat wave. Yeah, only one Kenobi posted a video called Heatwave Mega Hall. Oh, a Viking. So, do you like any of the Vikings, like in like popular fiction, like in Marvel comics, like Thor and Loki? Then I think Thor is supposed to be Norse Viking god. Oh, okay. So you're in the UK as well. Yeah, I know Boba Hicks, who was here earlier in chat. He's or yeah, he's in Ireland, and he said that they're having a heat wave there. And then only one Kenobi, who's on YouTube, sitting in Britain. He's having a heat wave. Yeah, it got up into the upper 90s here in Northern California on the West Coast, USA, last night. Yeah, my computer's saying it's 66 degrees Fahrenheit outside my house. So I'm glad I trimmed down my beard. I had a really thick beard, but I trimmed it down. Feels a little bit better now. So who's this popular Viking that you're doing? Ooh, yeah. If I had a swimming pool, I'd be getting a pool to cool down, or we still had a spa, like a hot tub. I would always get into that when I was younger. Oh, Thorish. Cool. Yeah, I know. I think the Vikings, yeah, the Norse people, they had a bunch of gods, kind of like the Greeks and Romans did. They had Odin, Freya, Thor, and I think maybe there was a Viking god called Saturn, like the planet. Horned helmet, shield, fur cloakish. That reminds me, when I was a teenager in seventh grade social studies class, we watched, it was either a late 50s or early 60s movie called The Vikings, starring Tony Curtis and one other guy. I can't remember his name. Well, it was Tony Curtis and Janet Leigh, the parents of Jamie Lee Curtis, and then one other actor, Kirk Douglas, was in this movie. It's one movie I don't own on DVD or Blu-ray, but maybe one of these days I'll get it. I always thought Janet Leigh was just in Psycho, but she did a few other movies along with Psycho, and when she was married to Tony Curtis, she was in The Vikings with him, and there's one other movie she did with him. I think it was Houdini. And I remember when I was finishing up elementary school and we had a spelling book, it kind of taught us the days of the week, Sunday was the sun's day, Monday was the moon's day, and then I forget what Tuesday was, but Wednesday I think was Wooden's Day or something like that, and then Thursday was Thor's Day, and then Friday Freya Day, and then Saturday Saturn's Day. Do you ever show these off in any YouTube videos? These little Nutcracker figurines you make? There is one. Well, I know every year there's always like a community ballet group that does the ballet of the Nutcracker. Character from the game Hogwarts. Okay, so Harry Potter character. So do you make a Nutcracker of Harry Potter or one of his classmates or somebody else from Harry Potter? I think one of my friends on YouTube has played that game. I have one friend who's read the Harry Potter books and he hates the Harry Potter movies. He cannot stand them, but he liked to play some of the Harry Potter video games. Oh, okay, so it's more of a prequel to Harry Potter by 200 years. Okay, maybe that isn't the game that my friend was playing then. So I think the video game one of my friends was playing had actual Harry Potter in it. I remember there being like a video game. It was a Harry Potter video game, but it seemed like it had either Harry Potter or someone like him and some of his classmates battling like wizards and witches and having to free dragons that were imprisoned. Yeah, I've only been to a Comic-Con once, and that was a local one. That was like a weekend one that I think they had like on a Saturday and Sunday. I wasn't too happy with that since I couldn't go the first day, and they charged me for the whole weekend when I was only able to go on a Sunday. Yeah, I've never, aside from Halloween costumes, maybe dance costumes, I haven't really done any costumes for a Comic Con before. Yeah, one friend in Texas, he took his whole family to a local Comic Con. They dressed up, and it was probably one of the few Comic Cons where you could still buy comic books at. Uh, yeah, it might be just better to buy little bits of costume supplies and just put something together. Oh, hi, Obi-Wan 1977. Yeah, you always chat or you always comment on my videos when I'm showing off my Star Wars toys, and you started commenting on some of the cat videos, my neighbor's cat, Ranger. Glad you could stop by the chat. I think you're in Australia, aren't you, Obi-Wan 1977? Oh, okay. Yeah, I've never been much for drinking coffee. I can drink Dr. Pepper, Coca-Cola, Pepsi, wild cherry Pepsi, but not really into drinking actual coffee. It just feels so good getting this beard trimmed down. Hi, Tim spewing. I'm late to the stream. What do TH? I don't know what you're trying to say. It looks like you got part of your last sentence cut off by YouTube. I haven't been doing much. I had a few people come in the chat, but some people had to work the next day, and then there was some people showing up in the chat that I don't have anything to do with anymore. But what are you saying? Hi, Tim, spewing I'm late to the stream. Yeah, I started at 11 p.m. Pacific, so what do the something? Just wondering your thoughts on the land speeder. If you mean the one from the vintage collection, I haven't opened it yet. I finally got around to opening up this R2D2, and I had the two Gamma Ray and guards opened in here, but I've streamlined the amount of figures I have on the table for now. My mom has to use that table since she's diabetic. She gives herself insulin to treat for diabetes. I know some other people that have gotten that land speeder, and some of the other people on YouTube that have done videos on it, it looks like it's a really tight fit to get figures in there. I think the Luke figure goes in there just fine, but it seems like it's more of a tight fit just to get Obi-Wan in there. Stupid papers I shouldn't have put up here. There. I will be right back. I don't know when I'll get around to opening this up, but part 5 of my final Star Wars action figure hauls 2025. I'll be getting this up and talk a little bit about it, and I'll open up the Luke figure that comes with this. I don't know when. I have like 4 videos up already this month, and this month is almost over, so I might just wait till June to do another pre-recorded video. Yeah, some of those action figure stands are probably just too big. Like the R2, I opened this guy up earlier during the Chillstream. Sail barge R2. But if it's a vintage like Star Wars action figure or a custom 5 POA, like these guys, usually I can get just a really small little circle stand them up in. Oh, do you have the sail barge? I've never owned a Star Wars sail barge myself, but I have the skiff. And I've got the sail skiff mini rig. Yeah, those Trilogy Saga stands are going to be too big. But that's cool if you got this. That's cool if you got the sail barge. Yeah, I've never had the sail barge. The only HasLab I ever backed was for the the basic version of the Mos Eisley Cantina, and that's that's a little bit trickier to put together. It seemed like everybody that backed the sail barge, they just followed the directions. They were able to get their sail barge put together easily. But if you're in Australia, that must have been pretty hard to get a sail barge there. I know one guy, Brent, he Hasbro wouldn't ship his, so my friend Michael had to physically take it all the way to Australia to give it to Brent since he sent it to Michael in the USA. I think there's a few people in Australia and a few in the UK that finally got sail barges. Forces with Jesse, I know he got a sail barge. I don't know if usual Mike got one. And then I seems like there's a few UK people that got a sail barge. Only when Kenobi and Bosk Bounty, who are both in the UK, they got sail barges. But that is such a big sucker. That is just one thing. If I got one of those, where the hell would I put it? I'm running out of room. That's one reason I got out of collecting physical media for a while. I think Universal Toy Collector Stu, he might have gotten a sail barge. I'm not 100% sure. Unless I'm getting him mixed up with the forces with Jesse. I know Universal Toy Collector Stu got the. What did he get? He got some of those little diorama thingies I got, and then I think Stu got the cantina, but I'm not sure if he got a sail barge or not. But this is kind of fun chatting with people in the chat room. It's like you don't have to do much talking. You just have to read a lot of chat room text. So were you able to get Slave Leia for your sail barge? My friend Troy, who's in the US, Troy Bocelli, as the YouTube channel Last Call with Troy Bocelli, he got Sail Barge, and I think he got most of the figures for it. He got Slave Leia, and I don't know if he bought it new or not. Yeah, this is TJ's. Yeah, this is probably better for me since I'm doing this at the last minute late at night because my mom is in her bedroom sleeping right now. I live with my mother and she's in her 80s and she has type 2 diabetes. She had to take a lot of insulin today to treat her diabetes, so she is just tired. But you're in Australia, aren't you, Obi-Wan? I thought you mentioned once in a YouTube video comments that you were in Australia, but then I think you told me you were on vacation in the Philippines or someplace. Oh, cool. So do you have a YouTube channel yourself, or have you ever done YouTube yourself? I don't think you're not on Facebook or Instagram, are you? Oh, so you're on Instagram? So I don't remember coming across you on Instagram unless you go by a different name on there other than Obi-Wan. I know Sci-Fi, who's in Australia, he's on Instagram. He's one of my few YouTube friends who has tattoos. Yeah, Sci-Fi Actual, he's got some tattoos, and then Universal Toy Collector Stu has a few tattoos. But I'm guessing maybe you were born around the same time as me. I was born in 1977, but you have 1977 by your name. It's not a okay, let me read this. It's not about what you have. Star Wars is a passion from a young age. I see you have that Star Wars feeling. Yes, I'm in Australia. Yeah, and it seems like in the UK with like the British people, it seems like there's it's more of a cultural thing for the British. But then there's been so many British actors who've been in Star Wars. Okay, so do you do a lot of traveling? There's a British Star Wars fan on YouTube called Travels and More with Jason. He, he's in the UK. He does a lot of traveling and he collects vintage and custom Star Wars toys. Yeah, with me, Star Wars was one of those things where I'm the youngest of six kids, so most of my older brothers had the toys before I did. So I got a lot of hand me downs. Oh, so are you on Facebook or you're not on Facebook because you have to keep private due to your collection? No Facebook, as I promised Disney, they wish for their work to be private. I keep private to my collection. Yeah, I don't know. Disney is one entity that's so corporate. It's not somebody I could make a promise to. Australia, it's 5:41 p.m. evening here. Yeah, it's 2:42 a.m. here. I guess the chat room timestamps are maybe are either a second off or a minute off. For your Star Wars projects. Well, what else do you do besides Star Wars projects? So, do you collect the Hot Toys at all? Yeah, Hot Toys is one that's really expensive. Those the faces on those look so real. It's scary. Obi-Wan David. So we've had Ben Obi-Wan Kenobi, and we've had only one Kenobi, and now Obi-Wan David. The only vintage toys I have are Tiny Tears by Two from 1973 and a Baby Kiss Kiss from 1974 and a Major Morgan musical toy from 1976. Still works, but no battery cover. Yeah, I think, yes, and I commissioned their prop builders. Yeah, I think Tiny Tears was one doll my mom had as a kid. It was either in the late 80s or early 90s. They made a new one, but I don't know if it was like the one my mom had. I think the one my mom had not only cried, but I think that one would that doll would wet its diaper. Yeah, when you said Baby Kiss Kiss, I was thinking of a horror movie from around that time frame. There was an Italian horror movie called Baba Yaga Devil Witch, which is also released as Kiss Me Kill Me as opposed to Kiss 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 Me Kill Me. Yeah, that was one based on some sort of either German or French comic strip called Valentina. Yeah, it was barely released here in the States, aside from DVD and Blu-ray mainly. Yeah, this is TJ's. That would make more sense since my mom was a kid in the 50s. My mom graduated from high school in 61. Obi-Wan 1977. I'm a collector. Worked all my life to fulfill my dream. I used to work in the airline industry. I'm retired. Oh, so you must be an older guy. I was thinking maybe you were more my age. I'm turning 49 on June 30th. UK Palitoy bought Tiny Tears in 1965. Okay, so then it would either be Kenner or Hasbro here. Obi-Wan 1977. My collection consists Star Wars Master Replicas, Vintage Collection, movie props from Star Wars. And this is TJ's. Yes. So Tiny Tears won Toy of the Year 3 times. Obi-Wan 1977. Been collecting from 1978, Tim. Hey, it's Star Wars. We love it. This is TJ's American Character Doll Company. Yeah. This is TJ's, not Hasbro or Kenner. Okay, so it wasn't like Mattel that made Barbie. Yeah, I need a Dr. Pepper. Obi-Wan, I'm not really sure. It's going to star Ryan Gosling, who I don't really know much about, but he was in that Project Hail Mary. So that movie's doing really well, and that's not even Star Wars, so I can't really say. Oh, you're 63. I don't think any of my siblings are even that old yet. I think all my siblings are still in their 50s. Yeah, I didn't go see the Mandalorian movie, and it was just one movie. I've heard bad things and I've heard a lot of good things, but it doesn't sound like that movie did as well as it could have done. This is TJ's. I'm 57 and a half. So I guess you're going to be turning 58 soon then. Uh, I wish I could let him inside the house, but Mom said no. He just lives at the house across the alley from my next door neighbor where he used to live. So if I go looking for him, I don't find him, but he comes looking for me unexpectedly. He's a big baby. Okay. No top cats around here. Yeah, I wish I wish I was good at custom making toys. It's not something I have a talent for. Getting emails now. eBay. Competing offer. Act now on vintage custom Star Wars. Okay, StreamYard. You've received your first referral click. Third alley down, Tim. Okay. A sci-fi actual chasing eat these toys. Let's see. Tim, if you go to a model shop, train model shops, you can find a cheap minicap perfect size. I was able to pick up a black dog, a memory of Rodjaw, my dog. Yeah, I don't know. Yeah, I don't think we've got model shops so much anymore, Modesto, but we have Hobby Lobby. So that might be one place I might be able to go to find like diorama supplies. Yeah, I think Raja was the name of Princess Jasmine's tiger, her pet tiger in Disney's Aladdin. Obi-Wan 1977 says, "Here in Australia, we have heaps of model shops. Honest, you will find a mini Ranger. American train model shops should have them." Yeah, one of my one of my brothers used to like to collect toy train sets, electric ones. Yeah, I'm on Facebook. Yeah, and I'm on Facebook Messenger as well. This is TEJ's. I don't live far from the original Horby factory. That is my Facebook link in the chat room. See, that's my Facebook. Okay, this is TJ's, and the Meccano factory was here too. Yeah, I'm not familiar with those. Obi-Wan 1977. I will accept you. My I is Obi-Wan David. Well, I so far I'm not sure if I can find you. I'm looking on Facebook Instant Messenger. Yeah, well, that doesn't really help me much. I'm finding lots of Obi-Wans and lots of Obi-Wan Davids on Facebook, but I can't tell which one is you. Yeah, I can't tell which one of these is you on Facebook. I see lots of David Obies and Obi-Wan David, but I can't really tell if that's you. At some point, yes, but it's gonna take a while. It's really complicated for me to figure out how to get it all put together. But I can't find you on Facebook, and I've looked Facebook Instant Messenger. I don't have any idea which of these is you. Obi-Wan. Obi-Wan David, you will see Blade Runner sign. I just wish I could just there's an easy way just to copy paste from here. I have to go back to the YouTube side, copy paste. Yeah, I'm looking for something with Blade Runner, but I'm not. Nothing is jumping out at me that tells me. Okay, now I think I may. It's a silhouette. Well, it the only thing that looks like Blade Runner is a silhouette of Deckard. And And this Obi-Wan David is in Melbourne. But if this is you, it doesn't look like you've posted much since a number of years ago. I think the last post you have on here is from May 2022. Okay, thanks for stopping by. This is TJ's. Okay. Yeah, and I can see the face on Facebook. I can see it's screen capture from the actual Blade Runner movie. You just see somebody's hand. It looks like they're driving a flying car. Yeah, and I responded. I still have that Blu-ray set of Blade Runner. Can't remember if I watched all of the cuts of Blade Runner in that Blu-ray set or not. Yeah, I'm doing that now. Yeah, well, evening to you. It's morning for me still. Yeah, this one photo of you from May 2022 it reminds me of another Star Wars guy on YouTube named Tez. He's in the UK. And hello. Hello. Generally, I don't give out my details. Love your passion on Star Wars, Tim. Love the videos you share tomorrow. I will show you Project Disney commission work. Okay. Sorry if I read that out loud. It's just late at night. Okay, I'm gonna type a response to the private message you sent. Yeah, that smaller one I own, but the big one I don't own. I've got the little Kenner sales skit. If yeah, I don't have the space vagina. I don't have that space vagina thing. I don't have that black one, that black skiff, but I've got the gray one. See a bunch of pictures. I see Blade Runner poster. I see toys, more toys. Cool, 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 man. That is awesome. That is really awesome, man. Yeah, I was never really into the sequel trilogy. There used to be one guy on I think it was on Facebook, and he was on YouTube and Instagram. He would dress up like Kylo Ren, but now that guy's taking a break from YouTube and social media. But I'm going to end live stream now, Obi-Wan David. Okay. Well, I've been on here for almost 2.5 hours, so I think it's about time I end. It'll be my first solo chill stream on YouTube via StreamYard. If I can find my music. Dang it. Where is the freaking music at? Yeah, I want to end it with the usual chill stream theme. So I'm ending here, being my first solo chill stream. I haven't done these in a while. I'd like to thank Obi-Wan 1977. This is TJ, the lovely Sherry, and whatchamacallit. Who else was there? Well, not much nice. I don't talk to anymore. Who else? Yeah, Boba Hicks, who's in Ireland. He had to go to work. I'd like to thank them. Those people for stopping by the chat room. And one other person that, bot trolling. Thank you for stopping by and chatting. And thank you for stopping by, Cassandra, who's saying hello from the Philippines. And Jibber Jabber Action Figure, who's another Star Wars action figure collector on YouTube. This was just a fun, really laid back chat, the live stream chat, where it's me solo reading a bunch of chat room text. Yeah, it's gonna be a while, Obi-Wan 1977. That is that's a lot harder for me to put together than I thought it would be. I might just move on and put together some of the other parts. That big bar section, that is a little bit more complicated than I thought it would be. And good night, Obi-Wan 1977. Who's been viewing my channel from the real land of Oz, Australia. You tell me night night to Tim Ranger. Oh, yeah. I think Ranger has two buddies. He lives with a few other kitties. He was living with the black and white tuxedo cat next door, but dogs at that house were chasing Ranger out, so he moved on to a house where there aren't any dogs and cats. I like purple colors better. It's late at night. Okay. We end here with my first solo chill stream. Keep watching the Tim Hayes YouTube channel in the meantime, and hopefully next time I can find some people to join me on camera. Good night. So let's see. End the stream.